Hey everyone, this is Walter, and we're back here to read some more emails from Classic Chris Chan. I'll link to part 1 in the description, but as we left off, Chris's new friend, Heather, or the Wallflower, was desperately trying to get Chris to back off. However, the relationship kinda gets better after that, like it did with Megan, so we have a bit more here. Let's get started with Chris Chan's creepy Wallflower emails. On February 27th, Chris would respond to Heather breaking plans with him once again. It's cool, blank. I understand that you need your space, and there is no rush anyway. Just talking and hanging is good enough for me. I care about you, and I like you too. You let me know when it's okay to come by and visit, perhaps once a week until you feel more than that is good. I was thinking that during the next visit, I can bring my DVD of Mary Poppins, and we could just sit and enjoy it together after supper time. I won't pester you too much about our story. Although, I have come up with an idea on how we can start the story in the first book. In a nutshell, we open on one of Alistair's students going in and getting a relic from Mount Thunderstone, then heads home to his family after seeing the dudes safe and well. I also was thinking that Zelina and Blank could be mentor-type friends, where they hang out and advise each other in their family or royalty situations. Darkbind could be another one of Alistair's students, and Clawdorf can be the ringleader of the enemy animal clans. I'll go further in detail next time we talk or meet. This is hilarious, the level of fraud that Chris is as a writer. Selena Rosechew is a ripoff of Zelda, Darkbind Sonichu is a ripoff of Link, apparently combined with Darkwing Duck, and Clawdorf is a ripoff of Ganondorf, so very original writing here. I am the savior who dashes in the light. I am the Link who will save our beloved Princess Selena Rosechew. I am Darkbind Sonichu. Okay, maybe he's ripping off Batman too. Who knows? The summer solstice sounds like a great birthday for Blank. I am not all that familiar with the holiday, but I have heard of it from a limited-time distributed add-on costume for Little Big Planet. Speaking of Little Big Planet, I am thinking of creating a level based on our first Guardian of the Owl Kingdom story. Most likely, I will create new story plots and arcs in the process, and I look forward to reading your most valued input from your future thinks and ideas. I have created about 5 to 10 levels which have been uploaded onto the Little Big Planet server, one of which is based on my first episode of Sonichu, his and Rosechew's origins. And just to make it clear, Zelina and Darkbind are the kingdom of Rule Quick, are Rosechew and Sonichu respectively, and Clawdorf is a kind of warlock monster character. All I have of him is a 3 or 4 finger hands and a black cloak and hood, but he can be a combination of all the enemy creatures we have come up with so far. What I have so far on that can be read in some of my comic book pages. But in short, Darkbind Sonichu and Princess Zelina Rosechew have been sweethearts. In a cave in Rule Quick Forest one day, Clawdorf released the power of the 7 chaotic crystals, aka Sonichu Ball Crystals. He turned to stone and Zelina fell into a deep slumber. A few years later, the original Sonichu donned the power of the 7 crystals and reawakened Zelina. Clawdorf was also destoned in the process. The king and queen of Rule Quick have no biological children, but from the chaotic rainbow of Sonichu and Rosechew's origin. Many Sonny and Rosie, baby Sonichu and Rosechew, eggs were released throughout the world, time and space. One egg landed in the audience of their highnesses, and Zelina Rosie hatched out. They adopted her and dubbed her successor to the throne. The egg with Darkbind Sonny landed somewhere in Rule Quick Forest. After evolving to Darkbind Sonichu, he was found by a rogue master swordsman, sort of like Link from Legend of Zelda, and trained under his guidance, also with later guidance from our owl, King Alistair. But I digress, as I learned that quote from the owl Blathers in Animal Crossing. But I digress is a phrase that Chris abuses all the time, probably still to this day, so thanks for that, Blathers. There is a bunch of them talking about fictional owls, but you know the video is called Chris Chan's Creepy Wallflower Emails, so let's get back to Chris being weird. I've learned a bunch of my techno know-how and connections from my father. He taught and showed me which male ends go into which female ends, a cable term for each respective ends of any cable, which are visually obvious. I used to have like 5 to 10 RF switches linking my consoles. The links were good, but the farther away from the TV it was, the more lousy the picture/audio would be, due to the multiple refresh relays. I am now on a pair of switch boxes, as well as the composite, component, red, white, yellow, red, white, red, blue, green, respectively, and the HDMI on my HDTV. With that experience, I probably would have made a good Larry the Cable Guy. But without the slurry attitude and bigger body type, and the fact that his name was not really Larry, and that he was never in reality a cable guy. Still, he was good at voicing Mater in Disney's Cars. But I digress. I'll call you tonight to set up our next day together, and any other news story ideas and topics. You mentioned that you were also on AIM, AOL Instant Messenger. We could have been text talking on that instead of waiting for my Yim to be Mr. Fickle to install this whole time. Still, we learn. I'll talk to you later. Have a good and safe day. Love and peace, Christian. Okay, so after this, shit suddenly hit the fan. The trolls had been investigating this new person Chris was talking to, and she finally discovered her page on the Quickie. Not that I think it would have mattered, but Chris is not smart enough to describe what the problem is. Chris, you need to find some way to delete all that information about me on your site, and I'm hurt that you didn't ask permission either. I didn't appreciate that. There's only one place that has my real info, and that's Facebook. And for the last time, I am not your sweetheart. I never agreed to be your girlfriend, or anyone else's. Facebook is the only place that knows my real name, and all other websites I go by blank. If someone comes after me, it'll be your fault. Delete all of that right now. And just for this, we're no longer friends. I'm sorry, but you did this and it was wrong. Email me once you've changed that info, and I'm going to check it. I'm also going to have to change my email thanks to you. This is, of course, very similar to what happened with Megan. I don't think Chris leaked her information on purpose, but he had a very bad grasp on his information, and trolls were constantly getting into his email. Okay, she's done with him already, but the response email here is a real doozy. Listen, the Wikipedia is my one website, not the Quickie. That belongs to someone else. I will get in touch with the webmaster who created it and try to get it off of there. I only referenced you by your pen name once, on the foretaste level I uploaded, no other time, and I have never referred to us as sweethearts or anything beyond just friends. I swear this with my hand on my Bible. I understand I screwed up royally. I also did my best to prevent this by not even stating an inkling of your real name. Why did I have to become such a goddamned internet celebrity? I shared my Sonichu stories and art, and for a few years now, I have been bullied, tortured, hacked, and such cruel emotional torment from like thousands to millions of cruel people who took my words and photos and warped them around to their own damn mockery. Even crap they took from me from deceptive methods, pretending to be old friends and trusting people online. I had learned long ago to be very careful about most people online and such. Because of these trolls, I have lost a few friends. They made a page of my old gal pal, Megan Schroeder, on their Encyclopedia Dramatica, Christian page. I also made the worst mistake of an adult drawing between me and her, which was the apex there. She and her family moved to another state, and I lost touch with her long ago. Such a damn mistake I swore never to repeat ever again. Not only friends, but because of their influence towards the manager, plus an impulse of anger because he would not let me hook up my Wii to his HDTV, I was banned from the Game and Hobby Place, June 2008. And with that I was forced away from the Pokemon TCG League, which I enjoyed going to every Friday. And as that webmaster states, in some exaggeration, some on that damned ED page as well, they tell of other women I've met online who I lost because of those trolls and my mistakes, as well as the women who were trolls themselves. Sarah Jackson, Sarah Cassandra McKenzie, and Ivy O'Neill. They were honest women, but they all died between a car accident, the January 2009 Australia brush fires, and suicide. And Casey fell for and married a Christian Weston Chandler of Philadelphia who pretended to be me in identity theft on YouTube with a paper medallion and a brown striped shirt. It is amazing to see Chris come out of the Liquid Chris saga not thinking that Casey was also a troll. I can't for the life of me even figure out why Chris hit on that girl. He wasn't attracted to her and she was constantly a bitch to him. It's also pretty funny how Chris says, yeah, you can basically read the Quickie for details of my life. They're just exaggerated. Damn it, they even listed 3 of my high school gal pals, based from the slideshow, from a copy of the Quick on TV DVD, a troll who pretended to be my primary/elementary school crush in her adult years. I should have never put Sonichu on the internet. How was I to know that it would bring me grief less than a decade later? I have been in a number of moments of finding peace and losing it later, because these damn trolls won't leave me be. They're mostly immature dumbasses who have no lives of their own. They don't want me to have a life of my own. They don't want me to find long-term peace and happiness for myself. They don't want me to find and hold true love for myself. Because they are so self-absorbed in themselves that they only want me to give them more stories and art more often. They are nothing but greedy, impatient, unloved, and corrupted fools. Heartbreaks and heartaches. It really hurts. Blank, please, please, please do not leave me as my companion. You are the sunlight that lifted me up more than I've been lifted from in the past. I would feel like hardly a shell of my better self. I would be left in the darkness state of loneliness and despair. Even worse, I'd probably hire a prostitute out of desperation. That is a fate I do not want to ever feel. Please don't leave me, Blank. As a friend and from my heart, I love you. Christian. That is so wild. If I don't have you, I'll have to hire a prostitute. Like what? I think I said this in my Megan videos too, but Chris is a victim in all this, just not compared to this woman who did nothing to deserve being involved. It says on the Quickie, in 2008, early troll Lord Silly Nipples impersonated Tiffany Robinson, Chris's first crush, in order to catfish Chris into sending her a copy of his then unreleased DVD. The Wallflower emailed back angrily. Look, I never agreed we were together in a relationship in the first place. I told you I wasn't into having boyfriends. My writing is more important to me right now. I am no one's sweetheart. And besides, how the hell did they find out all my usernames that actually linked back to me? I don't remember putting my whole name in those websites. And another thing, ask me if you could put my pen name on your website. I don't want anyone stealing it. You know how I feel about my girl Blank. I don't love you, and I hate you for this. Everything was fine until I met you. I don't know why I took up Mom's offer to go to the social club. I had enough friends here at home and on the internet. Now that she said I hate you, I feel like this would be a good time to stop emailing her. But Chris wants to play life on hard mode, I guess. I pray you are feeling better from the recent chaos. I still have lingering heartaches from the I hate you and such from that message. I know it's not much, but apparently your email account remains safe. I am looking into it further, but I do know it was this Tito dude/troll who found you out, and likely he was the one who started that page on the Quickie. It's Wikipedia style. Anyone can create a page on that damn website. Tito was the one who sent me the email that early morning. I found it after handwriting and enveloping the letter you may have received Saturday, or will receive in a day or two. That letter was before that matter. And Tito was also the same dude who left you a review, leading you to that Quickie page on your Blank page. He has admitted it in an email he sent me recently. I will be forwarding the two mentioned messages to you shortly. If you ever come into contact with Tito or meet him in real life, do not trust him. I still care for you and your safety and health. Please let me know over the phone or email when you've recovered and we can move forward from this. I do not want to lose our friendship between you and me. And hate is such a strong word. Stay safe. Love and peace, Christian. Okay, now I'm getting pissed off. First off, stop sending this. I don't want to be reminded of it. Second, I told you I'm not your friend anymore. And thirdly, I have a boyfriend now. So back off and leave me alone. This wasn't true about the boyfriend, but if you recall, Megan also had to resort to claiming to be taken. It's pretty much the only rejection that Chris understands. Now Chris would get an email from the troll Surf Shack Tito, someone who is tormenting him under the guise of Tito from Rocket Power. Subject: I've thought I explained it, little cuz. Yes. Okay, man, I'll man up. Yeah, I made it, so what? I was jealous of your beautiful Stephen King lady. But now she hates you, and I'm getting with her. Oh yeah. What are you gonna do about it, little cuz? And it's not just Blank. I mean, you drove Blank away by giving me her name. She's a lost cause, brother. But what about the other girls? Any girl you'll ever try for thinks you're a loser. You're just some guy who lives with his parents. You used to be the famous creator of Sonichu, who did all those cool videos and comics, but now you're just some lazy fat ass. Your fans have left you. It's almost too late to get them back. Blank's mine, but this is bigger than Blank. This is every girl you'll ever see. Think you can turn your public image around? Ha, I'd like to see you try. As the ancient Hawaiians used to say, when you're itching for the waves, the only lotion is the ocean. I know that putting this kind of effort into trolling someone like this is also loser behavior, but I can't help but laugh at it too. It's unclear to this day whether Chris actually thought it was a cartoon character trolling him or not. He at least thought the guy was Hawaiian. Don't you get it? Tito, the guy you're seeing now, created that page on the Quickie, and he had the balls to let you know in a review. I have been heartaching over this the past days, and I've had sleepless nights over it. For the love of God and Jesus, don't leave me. Please. Also, I was going to surprise you on St. Patrick's Day, but I feel it appropriate for the sake of protecting you that I put on my kilt in your honor against this Hawaiian troll. How the fuck would you know? I haven't said any names. Anyway, it's none of your business, and he's not Hawaiian either. Do me a huge favor and stay away from me. And stop calling my phone. I don't care. Leave me the fuck alone. You son of a bitch. Leave me and Tito alone. I don't want you to ever call my cell or house phone again. I want you out of my fucking life and leave me the hell alone. Or I'm going to have to, unfortunately, drag my parents into this, and you don't want that. Leave me the fuck alone. I don't want to hear you again, ever, and take my email off your goddamn website. I fully understand that I probably should not be talking to you now, but you have to understand, you mean a lot to me. My heart has been hurting since last Wednesday, and my smiles are rare now. I constantly think of you, and I am very concerned with you going out with Tito. I have told you that he is a troll. I forwarded you his confession message. He only wants you out of jealousy of me and my life. He does not care for you at all. He considers you a trophy girlfriend, and he will never see you as anything other than that. I have been seeing you as a human woman with a charming, sweet personality, untainted by any muscle-headed individuals who only care about themselves. Please, at least, look at him and ask yourself, does Tito really truly care about me as a person, or am I just an object to him? Also, I will be sending you an invitation soon for the party. Also, please extend my friendly regards to your mom, dad, and Maggie and Rachel. Does Tito really care about you? Stay safe, sweetie. Christian. I'm always calling guys out for taking too long to give up on someone, but Chris is really a pro at it. Let's just finish these emails real quick, and then I'll probably call it a day for now. As if I care what you think. I'm only telling you that I have a boyfriend to get you off my back. By the way, you owe Mom an apology for waking her up at 7:30 in the morning, thinking it was me and not her. That was very rude of you. Don't call my house again. It also upsetted my dad. And I know how desperate you are, which makes me sick to get in contact with me. But I ask you not to call my work and ask for me. I've already asked one of the ladies up front to not accept any calls from you asking for me. I'm not getting my job jeopardized because of you. And you can't tell me who to date either. That's my choice and mine alone. You have no business in my personal life, and you don't mean anything to me. Stay away from me. This better be the last email. I don't know how clear I have to get through to your head. To once again, leave me alone. Please. I have never called your house. I have never called you at your job. The only phone number I called you at was your cell phone, and the last time I called your cell was about last Sunday. I swear in my Bible that I have never personally called your house or your job. Someone else is calling y'all, pretending to be me. Fine, not like I believe you. But just please leave me alone from now on. I don't want to talk to you again. Do you hear me? Due to an unexpected trip, the party is being postponed to the following Saturday from stated on the invitation. Stay safe, Christian. LMAO. Sorry, I won't be able to make it. Besides, I wouldn't go if you were going to be there. And I'm not going to the thing next week, because I don't want to deal with you. By the way, that letter. Don't do that again, ever. I wasn't even impressed with your little gift. I threw it away. Not only that, I was pissed when you said that we had been going out for a month and a half. First of all, I never agreed anything of the sort. Second, I would never date you. You're not my type. Also, if you want me to stay safe, then you would leave me alone. From phone, email, and mail. I don't want to hear from you ever again, do you hear me? And who cares if you're a fucking acoustic virgin? I'd rather have my best friend's boyfriend take me first, because I trust him, than you. Besides, I'm asexual, so there's no hope for you. At least from me. Not only that, not even a cheap whore would want your small dick inside her. Neither would I. I absolutely love how she calls him an acoustic virgin instead of autistic virgin. It's pretty much iconic at this point. Chris would shortly go on to release one of his creepiest videos ever, just whining about how he wants the Wallflower to give him sex so he doesn't have to hire a prostitute. Spoilers, he did end up hiring a prostitute right after that. So he ended up suffering that fate after all. I will be back with more Chris-chan. Not sure what exactly about him, but I'll come up with something. Have a great day, everyone. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, please give it a like. If you have something to say, make sure you let me hear it in the comments. I'll be reading them while the video is new. If you're new here, consider subscribing for more of the same, and fresh Reddit content. As fresh as Reddit can be, at least. And finally, big thanks to my awesome patrons who help by supporting me more directly over on Patreon. It really helps me out. I'll be back soon with more Reddit crap. A lot more work to do this month. Have a great day, everyone. And it's like the ancient Hawaiians used to say, the seagull that flies a crooked path has a tough time returning home.